Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Diary of a Kept Woman. I'm Catalea. So we are actually finishing where we left off. I am outlining my eyes with my eyeliner because, as you saw in the last video, I struggled immensely with just trying the eyeshadow primer. So you'll see me outlining my hooded lid, and I'm just filling this in, making sure that I have this line as straight as possible because, like I said, this is my outline. So what I'm going to do eventually is shade this in. So I'm backing away from the camera just to see how it looks. I don't know if I really liked it that way, but honestly, it's not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the other side. And as you can see, my eyeliner is getting a little dry. So I'm going to dip this back on in here and try this again. Okay, so that looks good. At first I was going to try the inner corner, but honestly I think it's better to draw it from the wing. So I'm going to draw it from the wingtip and bring it in to where my eyelid fold is. Now if it's thick like that, that doesn't really matter, mainly because I'm going to be filling in this space in with the black eyeshadow primer anyway. So I'm just really trying to get these lines to connect. And I'm speeding this up just a tad bit because it took me a while to get those together. And now I'm just going back in with that eyeshadow primer like I had in the last video, but this one is a lot easier, as you can see, because all I have to do is fill in the lines. Now, I was really worried about going this close to my waterline. I think that's what it's called. Where your tears form, because I wear contacts, and a lot of times when I try like black liner or anything black or dark colored so close to the lash line, I end up getting it into my eye and it ends up messing up my contacts. As you can see, I just dabbed it because at first you can see that little lump that I went over, and I was like so worried that I'd mess it up even more. So I just said, I'll just start tapping it. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish the other side real quick. Okay. And now I am just going in with the metallic eyeshadow. This is like a green chrome. As you'll see, I am lightly tapping it onto the primer because I wanted it to have like that light sheen to it. I didn't want it super pigmented. I am starting in the middle of my eyelid and bringing it to the inner corner, but you'll see me pull it out a little bit, like past halfway, because I will be doing a blue chrome towards the tail of the wing. I'm gonna get started on this side. And now I'm going in with the blue chrome. As you can see, it's more like a sea foam green, kind of like a bluish green. And that's actually why I went with this, so it would blend a lot better. And actually, when you look at it as a full piece, you really can't tell, which is kind of what I was going for. And so I'm bringing it out to the tail and filling in all of those black spots so it will have a nice sheen and kind of an ombre look to it. Okay, now that looks good. And then I'm going to go in with my blush. Just adding slight color back to my face. Especially because I wanted a base for the clovers. I didn't want it to be straight on the tinted serum. So I am grabbing my eyeliner and drawing the clovers. So they're essentially like little hearts. That was the way that I saw them. So just a heart without the like complete V in the center. Just kind of start the V and then come out more like a U than a V in the center. And then just keep going. Now my eyeliner tip kept dragging, but it kind of gave it a little cool 3D look, so I kind of like that. And then I just picked a corner and drew the stem. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other side. Now this side was definitely the hardest because this is the left side of my face. So I was moving a lot slower than the other side because I was worried about messing it up. So obviously I'm going to take it a lot slower. It's crazy because I think this side turned out a lot better than the other side, actually. And now I am just drawing that stem. And now I'm taking the eyeshadow that I used on my eyelids and I am filling in the clover. I didn't need it super pigmented, which is why I didn't use the black background. I wanted it to have like that shimmer sheer look to where the base is actually my skin tone. Now I'm getting started on the other side. Now I grabbed a little bit too much, so you'll see me trying to spread it out a lot more because I didn't want like one clover to be super dark and then the other clover leaves are like really sparse, and I didn't want to make this one like super pigmented and then the other side I'd have to keep filling in. So I'm almost done, and I go back and touch up the corners that I kind of missed with whatever leftover eyeshadow I have. Oh, and that looks great. So I'm going back with my eyeliner to draw a little bit more detail. So, you know, when you look at clover leaves, they kind of have the indentation in the middle. So I was just drawing those to make it a little bit more realistic. And then I'm going to do it over on this side. Now, unfortunately, I grabbed a little bit too much, so it was a little dark, but I just rolled with it. Yeah, I like this. Okay, and I actually almost forgot my lips. So I'm filling this in with my black liquid lipstick. So this liquid lipstick is actually matte. And I picked this because it was very similar to the eyeshadow primer, because I'm actually going to use the eyeshadow primer on my lips as well. In a similar way, I'm going to do the top lip, the green, and the bottom lip, the blue. So as you can see, I'm filling it in because, as many of you know, when it comes to dark colors, you want to fill in all those sparse areas because it's really noticeable and easy to see. And I am just tapping the eyeshadow onto my lips. Now, I wanted my lips to be a lot more noticeable. That's why I went in with a lot more than I did on my eyelids. And I actually noticed that my bottom lip was not all the way down to where my lip line ends. So I was filling that in. And now I'm just going in with the blue eyeshadow. Probably should have let my lips dry just a tad bit more. My bad. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.